Surreal Makeover leaves homeless couple with endless options which they deny for an unexpected reason. Many people cry about never getting a fair chance to prove themselves or to do something good, but a homeless man named Sammy Githay is one of those rare people who got a golden opportunity to kickstart his life, yet he chose to go back and live on the streets. Life gave him everything, and instead of grabbing it with both hands, he started the blame game. And you would never believe what for. This is the story of Sammy, aka Blackie, and his beloved Virginia Nderi, who gained fame quickly and lost it all even sooner. Sammy and Virginia are one of the strangest couples that we've come across, and this might put you, too, in disbelief. Almost everyone we see is running behind money so vigorously that it looks like money is the only thing left in the world that is important. A homeless man was lying under a tree and looking at a roadside flower store. Valentine's Day was around the corner, but he didn't have any money to do anything special for his beloved, and there was nothing new about it. This homeless man was now used to the life of the streets. He was living there for more than 15 years now, and he cared least about earning money or getting a job. That's the thing about most of the people we see out on the streets. They've stopped trying to get paid long back. Yes, no one chooses to live on the streets willingly, but that's what we thought till date. The financial crisis and negligent parents are one of the biggest reasons why people end up living on the streets. As per the charity Kenya Children of Hope, in 2007, an estimated of 250,000-300,000 children were homeless across Kenya, out of which 60,000 lived on the streets of Nairobi, the country's capital. This guy was no different than these people until one day he got in the sight of a stranger. In the last few years, he learned that life wasn't that bad for him. Yes, he did live on the streets, yet he found the love of his life. He was happy even when he didn't have a fixed job, and a home for this new girl taught him home isn't a place but someone's arms. Though they weren't satisfied with their lives, they were happy to have finally found each other. So, that weekend before Valentine's, a person noticed this homeless man sleeping under the tree. He called some of the people from his team and pointed at the man. These guys were looking for someone exactly like him. But how can a homeless man be of any use to these men? This man was a skilled photographer who was looking for something unique to capture. When he looked at the guy lying down under the tree and staring at the flower stall, he came up with a great idea. He then shared the idea with his team, who appreciated it, but the homeless man's contribution was required to fulfill this idea. Johnson Mukaire's profession demands from him a long day of clicking a lot of pictures to get one perfect shot. People pay him a good amount for these photo sessions. So, a couple of weeks before Valentine's, Johnson decided to do something for his own satisfaction instead of money. The really skilled photographer from Kenya is the owner at the Mukaire Frames. The photography and cinematography company assigned a job to a team of photographers to come up with some amazing ideas for the Lovers Week that can help their company grow in popularity. So, this team of photographers was in search of something that can increase their popularity by winning the hearts of many people in Kenya. Little did they know, this simple effort will be turning a couple's life upside down. They were not even sure if the homeless man would like their plan for him or not. Johnson's purpose in this new idea was to come up with unique results. The entire team was brainstorming to get innovative thoughts into action. One day, he was talking to a colleague named Jacinta Njoki, who used to volunteer to help the children living on the street. That's when she suggested him a perfect photography plan. Mukaire Frames is a photography company that is large on weddings, and so celebrating love is our specialty. On Valentine's Day, in the spirit of giving back and redefining love through its simplest form, we decided to do something different to someone who had no way of paying us back, explained Johnson. Their plan was to find a homeless couple and make them the leads of their Valentine's Day special photo shoot. Their plan was just to click their photos, but they were not at all aware of the difficulties that involve finding love on the streets of Nairobi. Jacinta and his team members were searching for a couple, but they couldn't find anyone in the next few days. After asking over hundreds of people, they were finally told about a couple they might find in any of the city's park. After looking in several of the parks, they finally found a man who pointed at this guy lying under the tree. He used to live there in Central Park near the Central Business District. The guy's name was Sammy Githay Blackie. Johnson and his team approached Sammy and just started with a random conversation with him. From one topic to another, when the group of photographers asked him about his beloved, a wide smile appeared on his face. This smile was enough proof that the team was talking to the right person. Sammy then told about his girlfriend, and Johnson remembered that moment as his eyes lit up and the question almost seemed therapeutic as he started describing his girlfriend. At that moment, Johnson finally decided to share his project with Sammy. His reaction? Obviously, shock. When Johnson was finally able the discussion of their project and what it is that they were looking for, he narrated the whole plan and explained the reason behind it. Even though Sammy loved the idea, he couldn't say yes without informing his girl about it. Zipporah and Jerry Ack of Virginia, Sammy's girlfriend, met him on the streets a couple of years back. They were together ever since. When Sammy told her about these photographers' plan, she wasn't convinced at all. She didn't wish to get any photo shoot done. We approached them and Githy alias Blackie was willing and ready, but Jerry was a bit hesitant because she thought we would be taking advantage of them. We assured them that we just wanted them to have a good time, and that is when she agreed, told Johnson. Sammy insisted on accepting this offer. This would be his Valentine's gift to his girl, and they weren't sure life will ever give them such a great chance again. Before all his requests, Zipporah eventually gave in. Sammy, on the other hand, believed that the world needed to see his and his girlfriend's love. So, it was time to execute the plan. The team had a plan of shooting the before and after pictures of this couple, before a makeover and after a makeover. Yes, it wasn't going to be a simple photo shoot. Along with their photo shoot and makeover, the team also wanted an interview with the couple. Although the couple was happy to find each other, their past was miserable. It was after the couple shared the story behind their being homeless. Jerry and Githy met 2 years ago at Central Park, which they eventually made their matrimonial home. Githy, who has been on the streets since 2012, was forced out of his home while in Standard 4 because he was the black sheep of the family, while Jerry was left an orphan. She abandoned school in Form 1, said Johnson. Johnson clicked the couples before photos first, and later the team took them for a makeover. The first thing they did was to take a long and refreshing hot water bath and brush their teeth properly. After an hour or so, the couple was all set for the makeover process. There were some conditions which were made very clear to the couple beforehand, and one of that condition was that they weren't supposed to see each other until the dresser says so. As a part of the makeover process, the couple was separated and taken to different rooms to wait to see each other in a brand new avatar. This condition put by Johnson increased the couple's excitement as well as anxiety. While they were not sure about their own looks, they didn't want anyone to do anything funny with their partners too. With mixed emotions inside them, the couple followed the conditions and waited for the makeover part to be over soon enough. On top of everything, the couple wasn't even allowed to look in the mirror until they face each other. Sammy was given a new haircut with trimmed hair. The whole process of this makeover was close to the hearts of the entire team of the Makeover Frames, and they made sure to follow everything personally and closely. Zipporah was given a top-quality manicure and pedicure. At the same time, a professional was deciding what style will suit her hair. Everyone around her was very positive about her new look. Also, there were more surprises waiting for them. As an important part of one's appearance is the outfit, the Makeover Frames staff went out to do some shopping for their homeless couple. They asked them their favorite colors and decided what will suit them best. Their love story has defied all odds. They are a young, amazing couple with a genuine story to tell. When we took them for the shoot from Central Park, well-wishers just chipped in, providing the stuff used in makeover such as clothes and makeup, told Johnson. Virginia's hair was given a curl-up look and she instantly looked different. She was not at all confident about this new look, so she just kept her fingers crossed and left the rest on the hairstylist to fix. In this photo, you can see the stylist giving a final touch to Zipporah's look. She was unrecognizable and waiting for her love to take a look at her. Sammy's expressions were worth capturing when he saw his girlfriend for the first time with this new look. This is the photo of Zipporah checking if her lipstick is fine. She looks like a model right out of a magazine. The day brought a crazy turn in the couple's life, and it was more than just a makeover that they were about to receive. Sadly, they will never able to keep it forever. When Sammy and Virginia's makeover was completed, they were taken to scenic location for the photo shoot. That's where they both reunited. Sammy's reaction said it all when he couldn't hold back his tears on seeing his girl in a stunning avatar. Zipporah too got emotional when she finally got to see Sammy. They shared a tight hug and tried to stop their tears of joy. So far, they knew this was a Cinderella-type day for them, which will be over soon, but what they weren't aware was about the world's response on their story. After the photo shoot was done, the Makeover Frames team sent the couple out for a romantic dinner night. This was like a dream come true, and they wanted to store each and every memory of it for the future life. Within a week's time, Johnson posted all the beautiful photos of the couple on the Facebook page, and from there on, the story was shared by thousands of users. They were called Glued for Life on various social media platforms. The overwhelming response this couple received online resulted in many organizations trying to help them. The couple, along with a friend, was offered a free vacation to Diani, a tropical beach destination on the Indian Ocean coast of Kenya. This trip was arranged by Bonfire Adventures on February 21st. Yet this wasn't all, and their life was not going to get any better. Every time they narrate their life-changing story, their eyes light up to the fact that they boarded an airplane. A dream even in their best days they would never have dared to have, explained Johnson. They were living the life they could have only dreamt of. After spending a week in Diani, the couple returned to Nairobi with much more opportunities than ever before. The Bonfire Adventures offered them a home to live in for 5 months and offered them well-paid jobs. It looked to all their fans that Sammy and Virginia were going to live a good life at last. But the real-life stories rarely end on a happy note. Sammy and Virginia are doing very well, currently putting into consideration the many jobs offers that have come through since their story broke out to see which one suits them best, explained Johnson back in the same year. However, the true revelation happened when the Bonfire Adventures CEO spoke to the press. They are yet to settle on any job offers, as the process of counseling and integration is key to ensure they do not slide back to the streets. They now have a house with rent paid up front for 5 months and job offers, said Johnson in February 2018 in an interview when he wasn't aware of how this couple was going to react. "We are inspired to be the change we want to see in our little ways and our little spaces." The Valentine's shoot was a small gesture that not only transformed their physical appearance but their outlook on life. At the end of it all, everyone involved in the experience took life lessons on unconditional love to heart, added Johnson. Well, the truth was yet to be revealed. Under the inspiration of love in its simplest form, we celebrated Valentine's with these amazing souls and came out with great testimonies. Indeed, beneath all the dirt, tattered clothes and slurred speeches, there lies beautiful individuals who would thrive like the rest of us if we offered them the opportunities. Love doesn't discriminate. Here is proof, mentioned the writer under the photographs on the Mukairi Frames website. Now, let's talk about where this couple finally chose to be. Bonfire Adventures CEO Simon Kabu, later on, told the truth in media. He said, "I paid house rent for Virginia and Blackie separately for 8 months. That investment was to take them up to October 2018. Luckily, they got job offers in Bomet. Virginia was to work as a cook and Blackie a gardener at a school in the Rift Valley region." Simon further told, while Virginia took the offer, Blackie declined to grab it, saying he couldn't go out of Nairobi. He, however, did not give any valid reason for his stance. "After a while, I was told that Virginia returned to the capital city in unclear circumstances." Simon Kabu further added, "Blackie only wanted handouts. He never wanted to work. Sometimes he would come to my office, and when I told him that I did not have the money he wanted, or I was in a meeting, he would stay around till evening. I wasn't impressed by that. Blackie needs to be admitted into a rehabilitation facility. That is what I think he really needs. If somebody would take him to rehab, he would be helped. I tried the much I could, but it, clearly, wasn't good enough. I tried reaching them some time back, but I could not because they had sold their phones," explained Simon. "Within 2 months, I spent over $200,000 of my own money on them. At some point, I received a call from someone claiming that Virginia is pregnant with his child," he said. Managing Director at Bonfire International, Sarah Kabu, said on her company's behalf, "We paid 6 months' rent and gave them cash to start a business. I don't know what else they want. We can't feed them forever. I never thought I'd be back in the streets. It pains me whenever I see pictures of the makeover. My friends in the street question me why I boarded a plane only to return to the streets," told Sammy, who still blames Johnson, the photographer, for all that he is going through.